you buy one. It would just be very expensive
So here's the
just
thing.
to keep running.
There's also some other stuff you got onto that too, Nordic, because temperature fluctuations, things like that, screwing with the engine, and then they
Well,
got
that's
to
what we were
keep
saying.
cycling the oil
So,
too.
so you got standard maintenance, so fluids and things
So
that
that
just
adds on to
standard.
it, is all I'm saying.
But then at the same time, all right, every X number of air hours, it has to go through a special service because, like, I was an aircraft fuel systems technician in the
Yeah,
Air Force. So after so many flight hours, which could be you just do it, the aircraft leaves and goes and flies all those, the next X number of flight hours, and so the next time you see it, you're doing the exact same thing you just did, and it could only be, they could have only been gone for like 3 or 4 days, but because those all the flight hours got flown in those couple of days, they were just flying nonstop.
right.
You got to redo that service every so many hours for checking a fuel bladders. X number of ones for checking balance of, like, for helicopters. They got to make sure they check the make sure they're balanced. They haven't taken any damage. They're unbalanced from debris in the air while they're flying. Right? They got to check every helicopters for that.
Nook
It's
and
like every
cranny.
6 months, like every 6 months or every year. There's a airworthiness that you have to go through. Being a civilian aircraft, because it wouldn't be in the military anymore. A civilian aircraft airworthiness, you have to pay somebody to come and inspect to verify that it was airworthy still. And they would look at the aircraft itself. They would look at all the maintenance logs and the flight logs, so they can go, okay, this is how many hours it was flown. This is the maintenance that was done. All the maintenance was done to specifications per the manuals, on time for the number of hours that it was flown. Um, and then any extra services, like, oh, hey, we noticed there was a leak here or whatever. All right, there was a leak there. You fixed, you repaired it per the manual. Then they have to inspect the repair.
Yeah, it's really complicated. So
Yeah, so
complicated that at a point where you just can't even, you don't want to even buy it anymore.
I was just trying to add on to your point, Nordic, about the
Well,
complications and
and there's always those things that you don't even know about that just pop up. Like, somebody comes to inspect it, and they're like, "Oh, well, did you get this done?" And you're like, "Oh yeah, you got to get this done before you can fly it again." Well, how much does that cost? You don't want to know. 10 grand, 100 grand, whatever it might be. It's just like, oh, you didn't realize it, but those rotor blades are at the end of their service life, even though they look perfectly fine because of micro stress fractures. They've tested it out or whatever. That a rotor blade can only be in service for X amount of time. Well, now you got to buy all new rotor blades.
To be honest with you,
Uh,
they kind of overtier the F 84. Because I look at other nations, almost every single aircraft that is in 8.3 literally carries missiles.
well, I was fine with the F-84 when I flew it. It's nice and fast. I
True,
liked
I
the
mean
way
it
it
does have
flew.
a,
I just hated the 50 cals on it. I'm not a fan of 50 cals, and I didn't upgrade them yet.
yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, I do get some hits, but is it enough to kill them? No. Just like critical, and that's it. They can
Yeah,
still
that's
fly
why
and
you
probably
gotta
kill you.
that's why you gotta unlock the ammo belts for it and equip it with tracers. Jets do not take well to fires.
Yeah, I seen a lot of 50 caliber like P-51s using the tracers. What's so special about them?
Ignition. The tracers are how do I put it? All right, so it's APIT, so it's an incendiary tracer. When it has a decent penetration, when it penetrates, it can cause a fire. So not only will you be doing chip damage as a regular 50 cal, but you have a chance of exploding the plane on fire. Well, not exploding, but you know what I'm saying. A fire can start more commonly, and that's what you want to go for. Does that make more sense now? I'm guessing he had to mute.
So the AH-64D, the picture that it shows is a longbow. Because of the sensor bubble that's on top of the rotors for the AH-64D.
Uh-huh.
That's a picture of the longbow Apache, but they don't show the sensor package for that. Like, I don't see any information on that. That shows like cloud, chaff flares, AMAS, stingers, AGMs, 30 mil cannon, but no like.
You talking about in the modifications?
Yeah, just the general information too. And then
Or what about the X-ray?
yeah, so AH-64D longbow. Do they actually have?
When I go to the X-ray, it says that there's a radar kit in there. Looks almost like a printer. Kind of looks like a printer to me.
What?
Click preview on it, and then go to X-ray.
I mean,
Oh,
is it gonna be good if
right.
I get the new 50 cals?
Oh, did you hear what I was telling you about the tracer rounds?
No, I went AFK for a quick second.
Oh, okay. So it's armor piercing incendiary tracer. So you'll penetrate whatever you're hitting, and since the incendiary burns hot, whenever it hits things, it smushes, and it's good at causing fires if it goes somewhere important. So instead of just doing chip damage like a regular 50 cal, you have the chance. You have a consistent chance of, which is a pretty good chance. You'll consistently set fires, which especially if you're fighting jets is what you want to go for. So anytime that I use 50 cals in the game in general, I put tracers on it because chip damage is so. I'm not too fond of 50 cals. Like they're okay, but
If only they were like 20 millimeters, then yeah.
like I used to use. I think it was ground targets with them, and I'd saw people at half. But I don't do that anymore. Now I just use tracers.
I mean,
because sometimes, a lot of the times, you don't get the chance to sit there and wail on somebody. Sometimes you just get one good shot or two at a time, and those tracers make a big difference.
You're right.
And that's especially true in jets.
Yeah, at least till
you get a split second.
It like bursts with it, and I at least kill it easy. Probably take out a wing or flap something.
So not only there's another thing important about the tracer. It's an incendiary, so it's gonna have some form of burning. But here's the thing: it's also a tracer. Tracers are also really hot too. So it's got the tracer jacket, so it's got double burnage going on there, basically. I know that's not technically how the laws of convection work, but that's the idea behind it. You got multiple layers of heat coming through. Because a tracer in and of itself is an incendiary. Right, Nordic?
Yes.
Anyways, here, let's get ready. Are we gonna play Air RB? You guys wanna do that?
Yeah, what was the VR?
8.3.
Nordic has 6.0 with the
That's like,
premium.
I got a highest is like a super corsair. Everything else is like threes and fours.
Oh.
That's why I said we'd have to. He needs help.
Mm.
He needs help bringing up his vehicle.
I spent too much time on tanks, not no time on planes.
That's because he's special.
I mean, what are you right now on ground?
Which nation?
Yeah, which nation and like what
No,
tanks do you
which?
have?
I'm asking you. You're asking me
Oh,
what am I on ground?
uh,
Which nation?
uh, Germany.
Uh, uh, 7.3.
Yeah, I got that. I have the Martyr A1.
Yeah, I have a Martyr A1, MB8 A2C, a Leopard 1.
Yeah, right now I'm just trying to get the. I don't know how to pronounce it. The SPZ BMP1, or I just BMP1.
Yeah,
Trying to get that right now because I kind of want to get the Puma since it's literally broken.
see.
It's beyond broken.
What's broken?
The
The
Puma,
Puma.
like it whenever trying to up tier or down tier it, just goes through everything almost. Even air. If you get hit by one, you're dead.
Oh, you're talking about the new one?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a force to
the
be
the
reckoned with.
the capital letter Puma, not the lowercase letter Puma.
Well, see, the thing about this Puma is that it has an anti-rocket defense, an
Yeah,
APS.
or trophy system for short.
I'm trying to unlock it.
Yeah. All right. Right now I do want to play some high with the Jets. You could play with him, but if you're gonna play some ground, just tell me, all right? Or if you want to play ground right now, if you want to, I don't mind. I mean, are you guys gonna do air right now, right?
I don't know. It's up to you guys.
I mean, I could do whatever. I mean, we could do air, ground. What do you want to do, Corin?
Um,
Corin.
you know,
Q.
well, I'm fine with either. We could do planes while I touch myself. But if you guys really want to do tanks, that's fine.
Yeah, I could do tanks if you want me. If you want to. Do you want to do tanks,
I'll play
Corin?
whatever.
All right.
I
Yeah.
think I'd be fine
Let's
doing
play. Let's.
planes.
I'm sorry. I play with Nordic because I just wanna you know grind up with the F 84 right now. All right.
Uh, what?
All right. I'll be right back.
Anyways, Nordic, you ready?
P3080 or P51.
What beer is the one you want to use?
P3080 is a 3.0, P51C-10 is the 3.7 red tail P51. Just not feeling the Corsair right now.
So using the P38.
Yeah,
What BR is that?
3.0. It's just a P3080. Then I almost have the P61C1 open. That's what I'm working on.
3.0, you say, huh?
Yeah.
Nordic Sporadic. Hey, Nordic.
What was that?
Do you like pizza?
Yes.
Does it hurt your tummy?
Sometimes.
Your tummy wormy?